Boom! Welcome to another episode of McGarry's Minute Pod. We're about to get into some sports, some basketball, some football. Introducing my man, Mr. Sam, Hooper Junkie. He gonna be on here talking that shit with me, man. Getting active. He one of
What's
the only
good,
people I
dog?
know that
What's
knows
good?
sports as much as me. So I'm gonna let him do his own little introduction about where he's from and shit real quick before we get into this shit, man. Go ahead and say introduce yourself, big bro.
What's going on, y'all, man? My name is Sid. Hail from the 910, Jacksonville, the realville. Um, man, I'm just here to bring the vibes. Shout out to my guy, man, Miguel, bringing the love to the city, man. Let's give these people what they want, man. Let's talk
Let's
that
do it.
real.
Let's do it, man. Look, we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna jump straight into this shit, man. I mean, the NBA season is halfway through. We at the midpoint pretty much. This shit kind of crazy. It feels like it just started, for real. Dead ass feel like it just started. I see you watching some shit back there. Who that? Who that? Minnesota and who that? The Knicks.
They got, head of the YNs in the league right now. We got Ant Edwards over there, man.
Man,
And
he ain't
then
headed nothing. But we'll talk about that if we really want to. We'll
we
talk
can
about
get
that.
into that. I got a combo for you on that. And then we got Mr. Playoffs himself, JB, probably arguably soon to be one of the greatest Knicks of all time when he gets the job done.
I like that. I
I
like
can
that. I like
I
that.
can see that in his future real soon.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I mean, bro. So let's go first get into the awards, man. First half of the season, who is your MVP?
All
I
right,
got
man.
mine. You tell me who yours is.
I think it's simple, man. The smoothest cat in the league right now is SGA, like head to toe. Like there's no stepping in front of that man. If you don't send a double, you're pretty much beat. Like it's actually amazing what we're seeing. He's been on a very dominant run, and to just see the consistency behind it. If you don't give him MVP, I mean, what are we talking about here?
That's facts, bro. I mean, to be honest, I agree with you. Now, I will say this. I will say Giannis has a case, and Jokic. They both have cases. But the thing for me that differentiates SGA is the fact that he's actually leading his team to the number one seed. To be honest with you, this is his second year doing it. He really got snubbed last year. He pretty much. I think he should have won last year.
I can give him last year.
I think he should have
Now,
won last year.
I don't think Giannis has a case only because the start of the season. And SGA came to a hot start. If anybody's gonna have a case and it's not SGA, I would be hearing something more like a Jokic. Obviously, I mean he's
Facts.
performing. He plays every game. We don't have to worry about whether he's gonna be there or not. On a lower key scale, you got a Jason Tatum. He's had a really, really, really crazy season. A couple 40
Yeah.
balls in there. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody likes to talk about him. I mean, I can understand he's not, the outspoken guy, so drawing attention to himself isn't really his strong suit, but he is doing his
Bro.
thing as well.
I'm gonna get to Jason Tatum, but I'm gonna tell you another reason why SGA to me is my MVP. SGA not only averages 30, but he will guard the best player every night if he has to. Now, on his team, he doesn't have to, but he will, and he's very capable of it. He's
Very
been
relevant.
first team all defense multiple times. You know what I'm saying? But the team success definitely has to play a factor in this shit. To me, I mean, the last few years, Jokic, Jokic got it last year. The year before that, I think who and B got it. The team success has to play a factor. They've been number one in the West 2 years in a row. He's leading the league in scoring as of right now.
Hmm.
6 assists, 6 rebounds, a steal and a half a game.
Okay.
That's impressive. In the West, we in the East. The East is we already know that shit cake over there. But in the West, where every single night you facing a dog, it's a little bit different.
So, okay, let's say everything in the league pans out just as the most predictable way possible. So the one seed is going to be the one seed going to the playoffs. They come out of the West. Let's say
Mhm.
SGA takes OKC out the West. We already know Boston's probably coming out the East again. Not to say that Giannis and Dame can't catch fire at the right
Mhm.
time and peak around the playoffs, but let's just say again, keeping it predictable, Celtics, OKC in the finals. Do you think SGA needs a sidekick in the sense of JT has JB, right? And by JB, I'm not talking Jalen Brunson because that's
You
not
talking
even the
about
same
you talking about
caliber.
the Finals MVP, the Finals MVP.
I think Finals MVP is a nice way of giving Robin a confidence booster because we can get into the long run of Finals MVPs that probably shouldn't be Final MVP conversation for real, for real. But Jalen Brown, you're great or whatever the case may be. I don't think you're really a league MVP ever or But that's just my opinion. But back on topic, I think SGA in the NBA Finals, he's gonna need a number two, and I think that's where Jalen Williams is gonna have to step up big. Like we're talking MVP conversation, but SGA has some pretty pivotal pieces. Is it gonna be Chet? Is it gonna be Jalen?
See, I'm about
So
to fuck you up though. I'm about to fuck you up with
talk to
this.
me. Talk to me.
If it comes down to it, and those two teams meet, I think the Thunder are number. They got number two by committee. I think they got number two by committee. Bro, they probably the deepest team in the league besides Memphis. To be honest with you,
Memphis,
like
I can
bro,
see that.
I watched them play Cleveland last night, and I watched them mop the floor with Cleveland, who got the best record in the league. And bro, you gotta think, Chet ain't even playing right now, and they got the second best record in the league. They only lost 5 or 6 games, something like that. Chet ain't even playing. Last night, Hartenstein didn't play, bro. They played small ball against the Cavs, who are big as hell, and beat them by 20. Chet brings a whole nother dimension to that team, bro. And
Especially
Hartenstein, and Hartenstein is one of them bigs that not only can like be a bruiser, but he is a great passer. And he's a willing screener, and he's going to be the one that gets SGA and Isaiah Joe and Wiggins and all those guys open. And now here's the other key that everybody keep forgetting because he just last night was one of his first games back in a while.
hmm
Fucking Caruso, bro.
yeah,
Caruso, he was like a super key pickup for them, bro. Like
that's valid. That's very valid.
dog, dog. Caruso bring defense. He can shoot the three, and he bring a championship DNA to the youngest team in the NBA. That's gonna take them up, bro. You gotta think he played with LeBron. He didn't play with like nobody, no slouches. He won a ring with LeBron, so he learned some shit in that process, and that's gonna translate to this team, bro. And I think honestly that's why they've been able to keep what they doing, like at a high level without Chet, because we all know Chet is really like a key piece for them. He's really their number two guy, and he was showing that before he got hurt. Well, I think he had like a game where he had like 30 and like 16 or something against Wemby this year. Bro, he's not a slouch. But J Dub,
Only
you're right. J Dub definitely is the one that has to take
SGA,
that step.
only thing about SGA getting a Robin, this is gonna be something where nobody really talks about this either. Jokic, right? Look at him getting a Robin, and Russell Westbrook. They both getting triple doubles. They both eating, and they're not stepping on each other's toes. I think to me, right in the MVP conversation, if Jokic were to win it again, I wouldn't be mad because his game style never changed, and there was no conflict adding another star player. Jamal Murray never had a problem getting 50 balls while Jokic was getting his triple doubles. SGA needs that motherfucking pill in his hand. If
Yeah,
we
he
talking
do.
about him getting a Robin, what does that look like for real though? Like,
Bro.
is your Robin
So,
giving you 30 as well, or is your Robin 18 and like a cool 10 in some other category? Like,
but look though, that's like how the team is built though. That depends on how the team is built. So like let's go to last year with the Timberwolves. Ant was the Batman, Cat was the Robin. Cat getting 20, 23, 9, and whatever. Ant getting 25. You know what I'm saying? I think SJ gonna get his 30, bro. Like he
but
gonna get that
the
regardless.
difference between Ant and SGA is the time with the ball in their hands, right? They still have Mike Conley distributing the pill,
A
so you're
hundred
gonna get
percent.
your shot at tense. SGA is the guard, like he has the ball, and his buckets aren't like he's coming down and it's an efficient 1-2 KD pull up, right? No, he's wiggling, he's smooth, he's two
No,
steps,
yeah, he
hey,
cooking. He
behind the
cooking. He
back.
cooking.
He's cooking the shot clock. That's taking away attempts from other players. So what kind of Robin is he gonna get? I think he needs a catch and shoot. Like if he could get a good prime type Clay Thompson type of guy who doesn't need time when they score, they just get that mug and just
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
because
bro, I feel like that's what I'm saying though, bro. Like they got that shit by committee. Cause J Dub could do all that shit. Chet could do all that. He could catch and shoot. He can when SGA out the game getting his rest, and it's cause SGA always play the first quarter, and then he sit out half the second quarter.
but
If
with
they
Chet,
can, oh,
I don't see
mm,
Chet as somebody that's gonna go give me 30. Like he's nice, bro. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna average 18 amongst his career, right? But when it comes to the playoffs, bro, it really becomes ISO ball. You know how it is when you get to the rec, and it's
yeah,
the two best bucket scorers. It's the going down to game point. It's game point every time in the playoffs. That's why you've seen people like ISO Joe in Atlanta in the 2015 run really thrive because nobody's really stopping this man.
but
So it's the
see,
best basketball we're gonna see. And when that occurs, I don't know if OKC has enough to do it, even though he's going to be MVP. Because in the playoffs, it's different basketball. And who else can complement SGA, bro? He just honestly, I'm gonna tell you who he is. He's really Harden Jr. But we'll talk about that in 3 years.
This nigga said Harden Jr.
A great scorer who's just not gonna get it done,
No,
bro. Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Hell no.
And Harden was swaggy off the court for his little run.
I'm gonna keep it hot.
He started the tunnels, bro, with his weak ass
I'm gonna
baggy.
keep it 100% with you. That is the worst fucking SGA comparison I've ever heard. Harden Jr.
How? Look at Harden, bro. Harden went on crazy scoring runs, right? He was a man in Houston. SGA is doing the same thing. Harden actually won MVP, so that's not outlandish to say because SGA is in the conversation. Before Harden won it, he was in conversations. But Harden could never compliment himself with a good superstar. SGA is gonna run to the same problem. The way he plays basketball, that's just reality.
But look though, SGA is also in a system where he don't have to just be the guy. That system is meant for them to be a team, a unit. That shit is really a lot like the Celtics.
But the Celtics got two guys. SGA doesn't have that other guy. Like who is that other guy?
Why he don't? J-Dub averaged 20 and Chet was averaging 20. That's two dudes that average 20.
J-Dub gonna be enough in the NBA Finals against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jalen Williams is not enough yet, bro. I'm sorry.
Why he not? Why is he not? We haven't seen him there yet.
He's not a superstar. You need a superstar. You need somebody who every time they get the ball, you know it's going in if it's a one-on-one.
So Jaylen Brown's a superstar?
He is.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't
just throw that word out. Iguodala's a superstar?
He's a superstar. Who?
Iguodala was a superstar?
Iguodala for sure. Especially before when he was in Philadelphia.
You're reaching. That's a reach. That's a fucking reach.
Iguodala's more than a superstar. He's Hall of Fame. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's not going to the Hall of Fame?
No.
You're crazy.
No.
If Iggy doesn't make the Hall of Fame, that's actually very outlandish.
We need to find out if what's my man that played for the Celtics? He in the 80s he won the Finals MVP. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Just a random player.
Cedric Maxwell. Cedric. I'm gonna look it up. I don't think Cedric Maxwell is in the Hall of Fame. And he won Finals MVP or some Andre Iguodala shit.
But we're comparing Cedric Maxwell to Iguodala. Iguodala was a franchise player on multiple teams.
Maybe on one. And he might not even have been a franchise. So AI left, and then it was Iguodala and Drew Holiday. They traded Iguodala.
And Cedric Maxwell is a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
He'll get in there. All right, Iguodala get in there.
He would definitely get in, bro.
Just because of that, though. Just because of the Finals MVP.
He had a great NBA career.
No, but he gonna get in just because of Finals MVP.
He had a great NBA career. He was the man for an period of time in basketball, especially in a very sports-heavy city like Philly. He was the man.
Bro, that man got like 4 All-Star appearances.
All right, you really want to go there. Actually, let's focus the conversation on what's more relevant now. Iguodala is a Hall of Famer.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, that's for a later day.
So, boom. All right, we both came to the conclusion that SGA is definitely the mid-season MVP. Now, I am gonna give credit to Mr. Yoke real quick. Because if he wins, I won't be mad. Listen to these stats, bro. He averages 30, 13, and 10 pretty much.
Okay.
I won't be surprised if he wins it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now, how long are we going to see him win the MVP? Like, damn, bro.
But that's the thing, though. Like, are they going to get voter fatigue like they did for Bron? Because in reality, Bron should have like 8. To be honest with you. But also, there's that thing where motherfuckers average triple-double, and they'll be like, oh, let's give him the MVP because he averaged triple-double. They did it with Westbrook.
Yeah.
So
Westbrook also went on a very dummy, crazy historical run. So we're not going to downplay that.
And you're right.
Bron,
but his team was a 7 seed.
Bron, real quick, gang, if you need me to talk to academics, bro, hey, I can send you my Zelle, and I'll take care of that. That's not cool. Back on topic, though.
Yeah, listen,
academics be wild, cause
he's a wild guy. He's a wild guy.
Wow, guy.
But look, I won't be surprised. Whoever wins, but my midseason is definitely SGA. Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's unanimous. Who's gonna fucking win that at this point?
I think it's Wemby through until this man leaves the league is his award.
Bro, he might win that shit like 5 years, 6 years in a row.
Pete, we changed an award to the Wembyama. That's actually kind of crazy. I want the Wembyama award. award. That's kind of fire, bro.
Cause dog,
Defensive player, yeah, he's
that
gonna get
mother.
him.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's aliens, and then there's extraterrestrials. That motherfucker's an extraterrestrial, bro.
Extraterrestrial for sure.
Dog, like his defense, bro. The other night he had 8 blocks and a half.
Yeah, young bull. Honestly, for me, once I started seeing the one-legged threes, I just
Dog,
thought about what they're about to do on
dog.
2K. He's breaking the game
So
in
listen
real
though,
life.
bro. Like I say this, bro. He got a chance to be able to win Most Improved and Defensive Player of the Year.
I can't give him most improved. I
Who you
can't
give
give him
that
most
to?
improved.
Who you
Cade
give that to?
Cunningham. Cade Cunningham. He took Detroit from a losing organization to a competitive ball club. And at the end of the day, look at this man's stats. There's more improvement there.
His
Cade
stats,
Cunningham.
hey, his stats is
Cade
fine,
Cunningham is bringing back the basketball that the old heads like to see. That back to the basket, the little hooks, the little
brother,
runners, the little off the
brother.
glass middies, and
I
he's
hear
still
you.
stretching the floor. Cade Cunningham, most improved player. There's no question about it. Not at all. At
No
all.
question, no question.
No question. That's his award.
Wimby is like top 4 in MVP voting.
That's fine, but he didn't improve significantly. He was
How
already
he
a freak of
did?
nature. He was already a freak of nature, and he's just showing us how much more of a freak. We just have more time to see basketball from Wemby. Nothing has really changed. We haven't even seen everything from him. We have not
I,
seen his max potential at all. Cade Cunningham, most improved. Look at what improved. They went from a losing ball club to a winning organization. That is pretty damn big. The Spurs are still the same Spurs. They weren't never terrible. They got popped.
I don't know, bro. That's a different. I don't know. That award's funky to me. Who won it last year? Who won the shit last year?
Kobe White? No, he got snubbed. I think it went to somebody else.
He
Kobe
did get
White was
snubbed.
definitely. I think he got snubbed.
Somebody tried to tell me Kobe White could be as good as Trey Young, and they were fucking tripping.
I'm not gonna no. So I've
They were
actually played
fucking tripping.
basketball against Kobe White in real life. That man is really him. He could definitely. He does that. As soon as you cross half court, he really does that. The
But
league is
he's not
about.
Trey Young,
He could be better than Trey Young. First of all, do you know what Kobe White did in high school basketball? Do you know where he landed in North Carolina scoring?
brother. Do you
He
want to talk about
landed
Trey
North.
Young?
Bruh, this
Trey Young is
man.
the only freshman ever to lead the nation in scoring and assists.
But also look at the program he was in. Kobe White didn't have the opportunity that
Yes,
Trey
the
Young
fuck he
had.
did.
The man at UNC, but their offense isn't come down and jack threes in 3 seconds.
I'm
That was not their offense.
I'm sorry, but so you telling me if Kobe White
I
was in that situation that Trey Young was in, he would have done the same thing?
most likely
Get the fuck out of here.
look at what Kobe White has
You're
done.
insane.
I'm
He
not
don't
no
pass
look
like Trey Young.
look at what Kobe. Yes, he does. Hey, as a person who's seen it in person, I'm not talking about stats versus stats. I've actually seen ability. That man is him, bro. I'll actually watch this man. I've played against this man, bro, and open runs. This man is really him. Come across half court. If you're not on him, he shows you why he's really him in the NBA. And look at his records that he set in Chicago. 3-point records
Bro,
for rookies. He has the most made threes. Like, bro, he had
listen.
eight threes
He
two
can't do
three
what
nights
Trey Young
ago.
does. He can't. Trey Young
Not
is a
in,
walking 25 and 10.
can't do it in the style he can, but he definitely can put the same numbers Trey Young has if he had the opportunity.
He
I'm not going to
he had the
downplay Kobe
opportunity
White.
last year, and he didn't
And
average 25 and 10.
he had his opportunity. He definitely shined in his moments.
But he didn't average 25 and 10.
I don't want to sit here and say what he did or didn't average. He definitely had 30 balls. He had
But
30
he
balls.
didn't average 25 and 10.
It made me look up Kobe White averages last year.
bro, bro, Trey Young is him. He is the most underrated player in the league, bro. But nevertheless, man, we're gonna take a break from this, and we're gonna talk about Trey Young and Kobe White stats when we come back. We're gonna take this little quick hiatus. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about what the fuck is going on with Jimmy Butler in Miami. Because man, that shit is messy. It
Hey
is
man,
messy,
don't play
messy,
with Pat.
messy,
Don't play
messy,
with Pat Riley. That's all I gotta
messy,
say.
messy, messy. We're gonna be back soon, man. But give us a minute. New episode. Stay tuned. Lock in. Boom. We back again. We no shit awards yet. So we're gonna talk about a few more awards. I think we got pretty much a consensus on the next couple. Coach of the year, I got Kenny Atkinson, or I got Devo from OKC. One of them gonna win it, even though they did the same thing. But what Cleveland is doing is impressive. I'm not
Insane.
gonna lie, it is impressive. But the question is, can they maintain this throughout the playoffs? The key for them is Evan Mobley. I think everybody knows
Yes,
that.
sir.
I think everybody knows that. But it's just a fact of if they can or not in the playoffs. We'll see. Um, but I think Kenny Atkinson gonna win Coach of the Year. Pretty
Yeah.
much, to be
If
honest.
he doesn't, if he doesn't, I feel like that's kind of setting a precedent for coaches to, I guess, like not find a home. Like what we're seeing now, a lot of coaches getting
Yeah,
bounced early
yeah,
because at the end of the day, the success, in order to establish a program, it takes time. A lot of
yeah.
people want that microwave instant success, a coach a touchdown and get you a ring. In all honesty, we've seen coaches have instant success and still get booted. Darvin Ham, RIP.
Trash.
But
Basuda.
Basuda, right? But at the end of the day, man, he deserves it, man. Cleveland was terrible. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, to get those two to work together, because there was a point in time where Donovan Mitchell was supposed to go to Miami. Nobody wants to remember that. You know, he wanted to get up out of
It
there.
was. It was.
So to bring that together, establish that culture, that bond, man, I know that takes a lot. Just being a leader in my day to day life and knowing how to deal with people, how hard that is.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to you, man, for real. All these egos, these people making money, and you got them to buy in. I think Cleveland has postseason success if they force Evan Mobley. He has to give you 20. I don't care if he shoots the ball 20 times. He has to, because we know DG and we know Donovan Mitchell are going to give you 20. Whenever you know you got three people giving you 60 points a game, I think coaching is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be about getting stops.
I'm gonna be
So,
honest with you, bro. I don't think Cleveland can win because of what you just said. If
why?
I'm in the playoffs, the game slows down and stuff becomes very meticulous on everything you do. And they got two small ass guards.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just go. Let's just hypothetical. Let's say they playing the Knicks, right? Brunson, cool. You might can match up with him,
He's
but
too much.
then
He's
he's
too
way
much.
too. He's a
He's,
post up guard. He gonna
he's too
post their
much.
little asses up, and then you got at the two, you got Michael Bridges.
Yeah.
At the three, you got OG. At the four, you gonna have Cat or Josh Hart or whatever, however lineup they want to do,
The
they
only
can
thing
do it.
is, Cleveland right now, they've been lighting people up. I
But
can't say they can't sustain that because they've been doing it. Only thing is, they're not going to be able to play slow in the playoffs. They're
but
going to have to speed that game up.
but
But
you can't because in the playoffs, that shit ball. It's gonna be a time in the playoffs where it's gonna be slow as hell. The game is gonna be half court.
if they slow it down, they're going to get cooked right back because Donovan Mitchell and that half court setting is him. We're not going to disrespect Cleveland. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Now,
We can talk
now
hypotheticals all day
you
about
say
what
this,
would or
but you
wouldn't
say
happen.
this, but what I seen last night is a formula to fucking beat the Cavaliers.
Is
You put a long, strong, or somewhat lanky, wiry dude on Donovan Mitchell and neutralizes him. He's a great basketball player. You can't stop him, but
Who you
you
going
can
to put on
neutralize.
Donovan to neutralize him?
On the
McCall?
Knicks, on the Knicks, bro, you can put
Who?
McHale or OG on him.
Okay, so I would say OG maybe, but if you put McCall or McCall, however you say it, buddy with the broke jump shot that he fixed and found, he's gonna not give you the offensive production because Donovan Mitchell's gonna try to
And
score every
that's
time.
okay. Because guess
No,
what? But
Jalen
because
Brunson's giving you
The
40.
Knicks have OG who can score. He was a
I
20
don't
point per
like.
game scorer in
I don't like him
Toronto.
as a scorer. I don't like him. He's not an efficient 20 points per game scorer. I don't like him as a
On
scorer.
that team with
But
Jalen Brunson and Cat, you don't have you just gotta know your role.
yeah,
You just gotta
Bodega
play your
Cat,
role. And
Bodega, he's
then
gonna do his
now let's
thing.
keep it 100. Josh Hart is is like a glue guy. He's
Yeah,
gonna give you 12, 12, and 6.
yeah.
If you get that from him, and then okay, you say McHale's offensive production will come down some, but it ain't gonna come down to the point where he's not scoring at all. If he guarded, because he did that in Phoenix, he was scoring 15 a game in Phoenix and guarding the best player every night.
All right, so let's talk matchups then. Let's go down that list matchup for matchup, right? So at the one, you got DG versus Jalen Brunson. I got Jalen Brunson winning
Wash.
that matchup.
I mean, he gonna win it, but it's gonna be a wash because they both gonna score each other. Because
It's
Jalen
not
Brunson
gonna
don't
be that.
score. Jalen
Darius
Brunson,
Gar-
he don't play defense. Jalen Brunson don't play defense like that.
Darius Garland's not giving you 40 in the playoffs. Let's be
You're right.
real.
You're right.
Not consistently. Maybe
No,
one or
no,
two
with
times.
Donovan Mitchell on your team.
So Darius Garland's gonna lose that matchup, right? Then we got Donovan Mitchell versus McCall. Donovan Mitchell's gonna average 35, 32. McCall's gonna average 25.
He might not average that. He might. Donovan not gonna average 30 on Mikal Bridges. I'm gonna just be honest with
Only reason why I was generous and said 35 to 32 is because Donovan Mitchell's gonna shoot that rock in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell scored 70 in the league. Like, let's be like, bruh's a buck. We're
you.
not
He
gonna
is
act
a
like
buck.
he's not him. So that's all
But
he
we're not
knows.
gonna also act like Mikal Bridges wasn't our first team All NBA defender 2 years in a row.
Fine, but Donovan Mitchell's scoring ability is just a little bit better than what McCall's defensive ability is. Donovan Mitchell's been
Um,
scoring on elite defenders his whole career. I think he has it in him to average 32 in the playoffs because he's going to shoot the ball 30 times. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I
Moving
mean,
on,
I guess
Who's the three on Cleveland's lineup? Because it's not Evan
it's
Mobley.
Max Strus, bro.
Yeah, see, he's going to be the guy where he's going to hurt them because you're going up against Anunoby because they got Josh Hart at the four for real.
Yeah.
And Josh Hart, like you said, glue guy. Evan Mobley's going to have to outperform Josh Hart. And the fact that Josh Hart is a playmaker, he's getting those assists off, and Evan Mobley is probably not going to get as many. That matchup might be lost for him, so he's going to have to outscore that man, and not
See,
by a few points. It's going to have to be like 10.
if
I
I'm
just don't see that.
Cleveland, what I do if I got that matchup, we just speaking hypotheticals right now. But if I'm Cleveland and I got that matchup, Josh Hart's gonna have to beat me from the 3 point line.
For
Because if
sure.
because if Evan Mobley is guarding him, that takes him away from the basket where he's most effective defensively. And that don't do nothing but give Jalen Brunson free reign to cook whoever the fuck is guarding him, to
Yeah.
be honest with
I ain't
you.
going to lie. I don't think there's a lot of teams that is going to be able to stop New York. And honestly, I think New York is beating the Celtics this year. That pickup for Cat is huge because when they get down to it, Cat versus Porzingis,
Don't do
I'm taking.
Porzingis like he's trash. You bugging.
He's not trash, but I'm taking Bodega. I'm taking the big Bodega.
Uh,
The big Bodega. We taking
we'll see.
him.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
I can't wait.
I think that's gonna be the conference finals matchup. To be honest, I do think that. But
Yeah.
back to the awards, man. You know, damn, boy, I love talking hoops, but I tell you, I love this shit.
Hey, the awards is actually crazy because John Morant sat out, so he missed 18 games, so he's ineligible for any awards.
Nasty,
Crazy.
nasty.
Crazy.
So now we're talking about rookie of the year. This is an award, man. That it could, I hate this award to be honest with you because like it could be a rookie on the worst team and they give it to his ass. To be honest with you,
I don't think
and
that's a bad thing though. If I bought out as a rookie, it's not my fault the organization sucked before I got
you're right.
there.
You're right. Because that's why you're there. That's why you're there as a top pick. That makes sense. But
But asking a top pick to save an organization in your first year, that's not something normal. There's only one person that we've ever really seen do that. And people don't even want to give him his flowers.
hey, man, that's motherfucker. Hey, man,
LeBron James. Hey man,
the,
that's the only person to ever take his team out the dirt year one for real. Michael
the
Jordan took
goat.
about 8 to get that lawnmower started.
They didn't make the playoffs this first year, but that was a whole different team
But
after
that was
that
a
first
whole
year.
different team. A
But
whole different team.
nevertheless, and I mean the guy that we're about to both mention, I mean I think he has the kind of like trajectory to be. I'm gonna be honest. I think he could be a superstar. I
I
do,
think I think on the rookie sale he is already. I like his game. So I mean
bro.
I'm
I
a
love his
gas
game. I think he's a fucking dog. To be honest,
and I think
the
he can
guy
shoot
we're
too
talking
though.
about, the guy we're talking about is fucking Stephon Castle.
Mr. Castle.
And I'm gonna tell you what makes this shit so dope for him is he's playing behind Chris Paul. So he is doing nothing but learning, like from one of the best point guards to ever walk the planet Earth. So it's gonna do nothing but make him better. And even if CP does stay with the Spurs next year, he's gonna be in that mentor role, that mentor coach role, and it's gonna help Stephon Castle grow into that next level. I mean, bro, that game I watched on Christmas between the Knicks and the Spurs, I think that was like the future, like what we seen with the Spurs. Cause bro,
Yeah.
that team can really be good. And we're gonna
I
talk
think
about something else in a little bit that kind of like that's gonna lead me to what I think can happen with that team. But that was a telltale sign of what is to come between Stephon Castle and Wimby. I think that's gonna be something that's gonna be like Tony Parker and Tim Duncan on steroids, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Stephon Castle's ready right now. I think on some respect, they're letting Chris Paul farewell it out,
I agree.
which
I
that's
agree.
what you do. On some OG, hey, professional stuff. But I think if Stephon Castle was in a situation where God forbid, but Chris Paul is not able to play basketball or be the man at the starting position, if he's there, I think they're not only are they okay, but they're actually getting better in a sense. He's ready. And I cannot wait to see him and another young superstar in Wemby form that chemistry and create that new culture that San Antonio needs because they have never been really a slap organization. They
I
just
know.
lost the excitement. They didn't have the names. And I think they are one free agent or draft pick away from really being a problem in the West. They just
Or
need a
trade.
good
Or
or
trade.
trade. They just need a really dominant wing scorer, and I don't
Or
think the answer.
trade.
I don't think the answer is Jimmy Butler. I think you keep all the pieces you got now,
Damn,
even
bro.
though
Hold on. We getting there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Twin. We gonna get there. Twin.
I'm not feeling that vibe. But
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I
but
don't know.
Stephon Castle, that boy's a dog, and we seen him win a national championship at UConn. It's not just fluke, man. He was a guy on that
He
team,
don't.
so
He don't.
I
Come
like
on.
him. But man, what about the Twins, dog? The Twins, and specifically the one down in Houston, dog. That boy is different. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if
Bro.
they're rookie of the year like worthy, but you get a mention
Bro.
from me.
Listen. I'm gonna tell
Kudos.
you this about them two dudes. Both of them. They're gonna be all NBA defenders for the rest of their career.
The
That's
rest
the
of their
first thing.
career.
That's the
Yeah.
first thing. And then there's another thing that you can't take from them that is kind of crazy. They are probably top 10 athletes in the league
But
by
also with
far.
that, they're coachable. From what I've observed, they're coachable, and
Oh my God,
you can
super
tell they
coachable,
work on their game. You can tell they work on their game.
bro. If a man in Houston gets a fucking jump shot, see you, Jalen Green. Don't need you. Don't need you. Real shit. Don't need
Jalen
him.
Green, Jalen Green, 50 ball against John Morant the other night,
That's cute.
crazy.
That's cute. But
I
if
think,
a man bends defenses and can't shoot.
I think you keep Jalen Green. I don't think you let him go. I think you put him in his place. Maybe you change his role, but I think as dynamic as he is and what he is for that city, I don't think you get rid of him.
It's I don't know. I'm a little bit like iffy
What
on
would you
Jalen
get
Green.
back in return for Jalen Green? Where would you send him?
I mean, bro, he has promise, so you can get like it depends on where you like what you want. Like
Who needs who
if
who
a
needs a
man
young athletic
develops,
wing?
if a man develops, right, and bro, he becomes a 37, 38% 3-point shooter. He becomes a 50, like a 48% field goal percent guy, right? He's
Hmm.
already over that because all he do is dunk and get to the basket. Like I said, bro, he bends the defense and he can't shoot. That's impressive to be able to do that. That shows something, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to trade Jalen Green, you want to trade him for some draft picks, like very prize draft picks,
So
or
who has
a
the picks for him?
veteran. There's only one team that has picks like that,
And that's
and it's
who.
OKC. And now let's
Do
say
they
it's
want Jalen Green? I got SGA. Why do I want
cool,
Jalen Green?
cool, right? You got SGA, but would you not say that Jalen Green would be a better Isaiah Joe and Wiggins type?
Not not necessarily because yes, ability wise, but vibe wise, culture wise in the team, like Jalen Green, I don't think he has the grit that OKC has. I don't think he has the fight in him, the dog in him that them boys have. And then on top of that, who's gonna have the ball between SGA and Jalen Green? That's what the conversation is gonna be.
I feel you.
SGA
I feel
ain't the
you.
same person. I don't need Jalen Green if I got SGA. I need something a little bit more complimentary. And I'm not giving up picks for that when I can go pick up a Dylan Harper, a Ace Bailey. OKC's front office, one thing they have an eye for is talent. They know how to get it from the ground up. Look what they did with Harden, Durant, and
But
Russ. Now,
but it's not even the same regime though. It's not the same people there.
but just in general, that organization has a history of being able
Yeah.
to mold young talent.
But
And
bro,
it's
you
not the
can't.
same exact people, but it's that culture of OKC.
But
They
I
like
feel
the
like
homegrown stars.
I just feel
Jalen,
like they can't fucking like. I feel like they if they draft like a Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, because they have the potential to. Like they picks can get them that.
yeah,
I think then they'll have too much, bro. It'll be like too much.
Jalen Green wouldn't be too much.
Not if you trade Isaiah Joe and Wiggins and a pick. No,
Jalen Green and Shea on the same roster is too much. They're
bro.
the same player.
Bro, it's not because Jalen Green can actually catch and shoot, and he run, and he's a transition player. He's really a transition player.
Both scorers so that both can be able to catch and shoot. Like
But
that's a
you
given.
just told me he need a complimentary guy, a
He
complimentary
needs
guy that can get you 20.
SGA needs a Reed Shepard, somebody
Oh
like
shit.
that. Hey, it's
Yeah, I
early
mean,
in his
Reed
career.
nice though. Reed nice though. Reed nice.
He's gonna
I like
be
Reed.
a Klay Thompson type of guy. That would be
I like
it
Reed.
because you get him young, you teach him the culture, you build him. That would be ideal.
I like
Jalen
Reed.
Green, there's art that's come on with ego. Reed Shepard, you seen what he just did in the G? He
I
said,
like Reed.
don't ever send me back down there
I,
again."
I respect it.
I
I respect it.
One thing I wish to that's backpedaling a little bit back to the Spurs convo real quick. I wish they didn't get rid of Rob. Like I wish they
Yeah, that
didn't get
was.
rid of Rob,
It,
but they
but
got off by getting they
they
got
got
off by getting.
Stephon. They got
But
Stephon.
Rob Dillingham and Wemby, man, now I feel like even a little Rob Dillingham trade to OKC wouldn't be outlandish because now you got a playmaking guard, move Shea over to the two and let him just go.
Nah, cause
Now
then you do what's not making you successful. I mean, you take away what's making you successful. The ball being in Shea Gillis Alexander's hand.
that's valid.
Because I
That's
mean, at
valid.
that point, bro, regardless of what we say, like the new NBA, bro, it's really not no true point guard. Like
It's
that's
not.
just the reality.
It's your biggest ball handler with security because
That's
Luca,
it. That's it.
but
Like
Kyrie is the two guard.
if we talking pure point guard, the best is Luca. Like
No sir.
pure point guard, he's gonna score and pass. He average and him and Trey Young, both of them.
I mean, then throw Jokic in that conversation too. Then
He not, but we talking. I said pure point guard, like position was like you're a point guard.
Luca's
This is
not a
your
point
position,
guard. Luca's not a point guard by position in my definition. He's 6'8", bro.
bro.
Six
Luca's
nine.
played point guard his whole life.
LeBron James, point guard. Like,
Magic Johnson was a 6'8" point guard.
bruh,
Penny
you
Hardaway
can.
was a 6'8" point guard.
I feel like you can label it, but like what I define as a point guard, there's a size cap, and Luca's outside of that to just be a
No,
point
bro.
guard for real. Yeah,
No,
bro.
bro. It's the way you play. It's the way you play. Like Luca, yes, he's a bucket.
Jokic plays like a point guard. By statistical data, he
Yes,
plays like a point guard.
but like we talking about a point guard, like that's your position and that's how you play. Jokic is like he's a point center. He like Arvidas Sabonis. He
Sabonis plays like a
but on
point guard.
crack. But on crack.
Playmaking. Russell Westbrook plays like Jokic. He plays like a point guard. He's just
No,
a
Jokic
rebounding
plays
point
like
guard.
Westbrook. Westbrook been in this shit longer. He been
Exactly.
doing this shit longer.
Rebounding point guards. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
Lamar Odom played like a
that
point
goes into
guard.
what we're saying though. The point guard is like it's like a slippery slope position. You know what I'm saying? Not a
Yeah.
slippery slope, but it's more so like, bro, anybody can play it.
I
But
think point guard is defined by time with ball in your hand for real. Like
so I
distributing
mean,
and ball
but that's what I'm saying.
handling.
Like that's why OKC don't need a Rob. They don't need a Rob. Like you
But
said, they need.
I think why Rob would be nice though is because bro would add a little bit of scoring when needed, right? He'll give you that 15, that little 18 that you might need, but also he's gonna be distributing that rock for real. Getting Shea a little rest off ball a little bit later in his career. He might not need him now, but you develop a Rob in 2-3 years whenever you run into that hurdle of dang, they double teaming the Shea and it's actually working
Yeah,
or this, that,
yeah,
third. I mean, but that's just
good point.
outlandish thinking for me. I mean, I love Rob's game. I
It's
would
not
love to see
always
him.
thinking, bro.
Yeah, I
But
want to see him in a winning situation for
like you
sure.
said though, man, like you had, you touched on it before, man. Now we're gonna get into it. About this Jimmy Butler, man. That shit in Miami is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
First of all, who the fuck wants to leave Miami? That's very weird that you just
yeah.
want to leave Miami.
It's a culture
But
thing down there, though, man.
I
It's
think
a
Jimmy's just frustrated with not winning, bro. I think that's
yeah.
what, and I feel like he feels like Pat Riley isn't putting the effort for to get him proper help. Cause listen, bro, Bam is somebody I've talked to, I've met personally, I've sat and ate dinner with, bro. Like at fucking Carolina LLs. He is not a number two player on any challenge championship team. And this is me being completely real. He's not a number two guy on the championship team. And to me, this is my personal opinion. Jimmy Butler's not a number one on the championship team.
He's not.
That's my personal opinion. Some people feel otherwise. But for Miami, he's been the guy. right? He's been the dude. I understand being frustrated, but I think the way he's going about this is messy not only for him, but for also like the organization. Because Pat Riley is not gonna back down. You can't fuck
I
with the
know
Godfather.
he's gonna prove a point.
100%. He's gonna send him to fucking Indiana or some or some wild shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, bro, but like Jimmy, bro, I'm be honest, I'm tired of his ass. He
yeah.
did this shit in Chicago. He did this shit in Minnesota,
Minnesota.
and now he's doing it in Miami. He didn't do it in Philly, but that Philly's where he wanted to be. And he threw a tantrum pretty much about him not staying there.
Yeah,
You
he's
gonna
trying
take
to get.
Tobias Harris over me? Da, 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 da. All that shit.
Yeah, he's low key trying to get back there too,
Bro,
but
but that's not a good fit at all. Hell
it's
no.
not. They
No,
got too
that's a
much
terrible
going
fit.
on.
They
I
already
think
all banged up. He's just gonna make it worse.
way worse. I think Jimmy Butler, he needs to take a look in the mirror, be a pro's pro. You need to handle the situation better, play out your contract, try to get picked up in the free agency. They're talking about possibly sending Jimmy to Phoenix for Bradley Beal, and I don't think that's any better. I think you're doing the same swap in
I'm
that
gonna tell you the
situation.
trade. I'm gonna tell you the trade that need to happen.
What's the trade?
It needs to happen. Jimmy Butler for Zion Williamson.
I think if Zion Williamson goes to Miami, that's the lapse in his career because Miami is going to be too strict. What they have them boys doing practice wise and
I think that's what
workout
he
wise,
needs, bro. I
he
think he
needs
needs
structure.
structure.
He needs structure, but he's going to crash out in Miami. This
But
is only fans pay him Zion Williamson down
but
in
here's what I'm
Miami.
saying. Here's what I'm saying though. If you're Pat Riley and Mickey Arison in Miami, I think getting rid of the Jimmy Butler problem is worth dealing with the Zion's what ifs.
Potentially.
Cause when Zion plays, he's gonna fill the seats and he's gonna perform. He's gonna get you 20
Is
and something
is
else.
he? Is he? He hasn't played much in his career. He's missed a
You're
lot of
right.
games.
You're
Missed a
right.
lot of games.
But every time he plays, he produces, bro. He
That's no
produces.
question. That's no question. But out of if I'm paying this man over however many games, over 100 games, 150 games, that's like 2 seasons, right?
You're right.
I'm only getting him for 40, 50 of those games. I'm
You're
being
right.
shortchanged. I'm being
And you're
snubbed.
right. Listen to what I said though. The
A
what
third of those
if,
games, a third of those games, I'm only getting production from Zion.
but that's what I'm saying. You trade the Jimmy Butler problem that's gonna be there. If Jimmy stays there, he's not gonna be happy, bro. He's already established like he's not gonna be happy.
So waive him and pay him off. Just pay
But
out his contract.
you can't just waive $120 million because then
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
have
be
to eat
over the
that.
hard cap and shit.
You're gonna have to eat it. They
So
gotta
that's
figure
why.
that one out.
But that's why I'm saying that's an even trade because, like I said, yeah, Zion be iffy injury wise, but if he gets to Miami and I literally think that's what he needs because I don't think Zion has nobody in that locker room or in that organization that's like, bro, get your fat ass in the gym, stop doing this, and let's lock the fucking like, bro. He got suspended for missing the bus. You don't just get suspended for missing the bus one time. This is something that's been like repetitive, that's been going on. And Willie Green is a player's coach. He's the type of coach that you want. So this is some shit that's been built up. Like, all right, I've had enough of this shit type. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I think that's the best trade to put Zion in a situation where they actually have some kind of structure and to get Jimmy Butler to somewhere where he can be happy with more talent. Because the reality, bro, New Orleans has talent. They're just never healthy.
It's just hard with Jimmy, man, because at the end of the day, it just boils down to who wants damaged goods, and
That's what I'm saying. But
it's hard to like.
that's why I'm saying that's an even trade because they both really damn fucking good. Either way, either way, it's gonna be you either gonna have a successful trade or it's gonna be a shitty trade, and that's both ways. It's literally both ways. I think that's the best trade for both teams respectively, and I think in the sense of like neither one of you're not trading them in conference. You traded them to another conference, so you know what I'm saying, to deal with other shit. And you're not losing anything. Both of them on bullshit. So it's like it's either gonna benefit you or it's not. You know what I'm saying? And that, to be honest with Jimmy Butler, bro, it's only like certain places he can go where he's gonna be accepted. Phoenix will be a terrible fit. KD soft as a superstar. He can't. He's not good at criticism. We seen that with Draymond called his ass out. Not even
And
criticism or just get
he
on your
gonna tweet
ass.
you after this. After he see this, he gonna tweet you.
Whatever, nigga. He's soft. Fuck that nigga. He's soft, bro. So you sitting in Phoenix, you still got the same problem in Phoenix that you have now. You really don't have a true floor general. Trey Jones is whatever. He's Trey Jones, but he's not a true floor general, and you don't have a big man, and you don't have defense. Your problem's not going to change if you get Jimmy Butler. Let's say because Jimmy Butler brings grit. The team don't need fucking grit. It don't need grit. It need fucking structure.
I think Miami has enough talent with or without Jimmy Butler. I think Tyler Hero's not that guy. I like you said, Bam's not the leading like role. I think he needs to be like a fourth man type of role.
Yeah,
Um, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do because they're not the best team in Florida. Honestly, that boy Paolo Banchero and what he's doing in Orlando is crazy. I hate that he missed those games early in the season to that injury. And when Franz Wagner comes back too, oh man, they're gonna be a lot. They
they're
might
gonna be
make a push
legit.
in it. They might make a push, but I
They're gonna
hate
be
that that
legit.
man was injured. That's a good team right there, man. Miami, RIP, Orlando, welcome to the spotlight.
Hey, look, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Jimmy, man, because I hate to say that he's not like, and then that he's not a great player, but he's 35, 36 years old, bro. Like, my dude, cut that shit out.
And it's ran its course. It's
Like, cut
ran
it
its
out, bro.
course.
Bro, just you gotta cut the shit out at this point. Like, bro, your time is literally up for real. Like, you at the point where you are at the tail end of your career. You're not gonna lead a team to a championship by yourself. Why do you think you're worthy of all this drama? You know what I'm saying? And Pat Riley don't give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, it's still business. He might
Yeah.
love you as a person, but if you're gonna be pulling all this shit on him, he gonna treat you like some scum. And that's just how Pat Riley's always been. I mean, to be honest with you. But
Don't
as
cross
far
that
as Jimmy
man.
goes, like it's I only see him going to one or two places, bro. New Orleans or the Spurs. And those are the only two teams to me that got assets to be able to trade for him. Like I said, with New Orleans, you can trade them Zion. You can trade them player for player. Zion for Jimmy. The Spurs have players like they can trade Sohan, fucking
Some of them young wings.
yeah, bro. Like some of them young guns, Harrison Barnes contract. They can do shit like that to make it balance out. And then that does not do nothing but put another dominant leadership personality around Win because I won't say that Jimmy Butler's not a good leader. I would never
Hmm.
say that because I've seen him perform in the playoffs and he's definitely a leader. But like you got to understand, well, when you got to literally Wimby's your guy, you got to be able to admit like submit like all right, this young dude, this 20-year-old is our guy. Is Jimmy willing to put his pride aside to do that? I don't know. That'd be the issue with that team if that was to happen. But those are the only two teams I feel like they have assets to be honest with you, to be able to do that. And then OKC, but OKC don't need him. They already have a Jimmy Butler type and Jalen Williams. They don't need him
Yeah,
to
they
be
definitely
honest.
don't. He's gonna
So
bring a cancer to that locker room that they don't need, and
yeah, no,
this
I wouldn't
vibe
do that.
out twin.
I truthfully wouldn't do that if I was them. But
So I kind
I
of want.
mean, go ahead.
I kind of wanted to hit on that most improved player convo one more time, real quick, because I just wanted to look at the list and see like who else would even be in that conversation. So Kay Cunningham right now is the favorite. We got Tyler Hero, Evan Mobley, Jalen Johnson, which that boy in Atlanta is going crazy,
He going fair. He's going fair.
going crazy.
He's going fair.
Norman Powell, Jalen Williams, Wembyama, Dyson Daniels, Isaiah Hartenstein, DeAndre Hunter. I don't know Tyler Hero being number two on that list. I don't like his game. Me personally, I don't think it's sustainable or efficient. Maybe I just don't watch him enough, but I'm not a
He's been
fan.
carrying the heat.
I feel like it's not hard to carry trash to the curb, but
I mean, you got a point, but he's been doing it.
yeah,
They've been winning
yeah,
some games, and he's been the reason why.
yeah,
So I mean, and he's not a bro. He's a scorer. Like he's a microwave. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
yeah.
he is.
I think he's very
But
streaky, in
yeah,
my
but I
opinion.
mean, you got a point though. K to me, like you said, K probably is the front runner. But like I said before, I told you my opinion. But Evan Mobley's a good one too. He's took a huge step,
A big
huge
step,
step, huge
big
step,
step.
huge
I
step,
think he
huge
showed
step.
us that he's actually a skilled player more so than just an athlete, and I
But we
like to
knew
see that
that.
for him.
But we knew that.
I
He
don't
just didn't
know.
show it last year. He didn't show it last year. But we knew
He
that
was a little
already.
goofy with the ball last year. Feel like he
But
really
when he
worked
was in
on.
USC, when he was at USC, he was a bucket.
I think because he was more athletic than other people. He had more
That,
heart and more grit. He's a
look,
dog.
he's still more athletic than people in the league.
But in the league, you got to be skilled too. It's everybody's athletic. In
Yeah, I mean, but
college,
you got to think coming out, they knew they're like, all right, he could shoot, he can dribble, he could do this, that, and the third. He
he
just
has the
didn't do
motor.
it last year. He just didn't do it last year. I don't know if that was the system with JB Bickerstaff or what,
You
but
know,
that wasn't what he did. But nevertheless, man, I mean, I think we got some good awards. I think we might be on to something. If I was to put
I
a
think we might
parlay
be
in, I
spot
bet on
on.
us.
Yeah, parlay for sure. If that
I'd
hit,
definitely put it on that.
donate to my boys pod. If that joint hit, you
Please
heard it here
donate.
first.
I ain't got no money.
Man, I'm itching, bro. When we gonna talk about my Eagles, dog? You know what I'm saying? Put that thing on for the boys, man. All this
Oh
NBA
man.
talk. I think we already
Oh
know who's about to
man.
get. I think we already know who's gonna walk away with the ring this year. So I don't think it's too much to talk about in the NBA left, huh?
Well, guys, we will be back momentarily to talk about this football shit that's going on this weekend. Some big ass
Sheesh.
games going on. Some
Sheesh.
upsets on the horizon, maybe. We'll see. Talk about it
Patty,
soon.
Patty going down.
Miguel's Minute Pod. See you soon. Boom. We back. We back. We back. Man, NBA talk is over, man. Let's get into some motherfucking football. Divisional weekend coming in this weekend, man. We got some big games. We're gonna start off with the gimme game, I believe, of the weekend. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Texans. I got Kansas City winning this shit by at least 30.
Uh, I got Kansas City. I don't think it's gonna be 30. I think CJ Stroud's gonna try to fight. I got them winning by 10 though. At least a two possession game. Um, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna win it like gentlemen. They're not gonna try to put it on them. Get up, get a lead, rest your starters, try to get into that next round,
Yeah,
unscathed. That's what
yeah,
I would do. But yeah, I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that Patrick Mahomes passes this round. I think CJ Stroud really needs to approach this opportunity, just trying to leave it all out in the field, but use it to learn. Like
yeah.
really, really learn, get that feel for playoff football. It's exciting time. Don't take it for granted. Make the most of your opportunity.
No,
That's
facts. I mean, I will say this about CJ Stroud. The fact that he's 2 years in a row won a playoff game is impressive. That's fucking
yeah.
impressive.
Especially
Um,
after a season like this where he struggled. He
he
struggled this
struggled,
season.
but he struggled because his weapons weren't there, and a bunch of other shit, happened as well. But
Part of
I
the
think
game.
it's part of the game, 100%. And but the fact that they even won the game last week is still impressive to me, and the
Yeah.
fact that they won it. But their defense definitely showed up. Now I'll say this: if their defense played like they did last week, it'd be a closer game than we think. But the difference is this is not the last week. This is the Kansas City Chiefs, um, a team that's been resting for almost a month. Like it's
Now
gonna be
I
some
will say,
rust. It's gonna be some rust maybe the first quarter, but after
yeah.
that, that championship DNA gonna kick in. It's gonna kick
I
in.
it sounds good, but also I will say this Kansas City Chiefs team that we're seeing this year is not the same of previous. They've squeaked by a lot. Like let's rewind it all the way back to early season when they played Baltimore. They literally won because Buddy's toe was on the line of the end zone, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Squeaked by there. So I mean, we've seen them win by a lot of one possession games, field goals to drain the clock. I don't think I wouldn't be surprised like if they did lose in the playoffs. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, Patrick Mahomes lost because they had a couple games where they should have lost this season.
I'm gonna keep it 100, and I used a whole different logic than y'all. A lot of people say that exact statement that you said, but I look at it like this: you are a two-time defending champion, right? Going for a three-peat. Everybody knows what you're gonna do. They know the blueprint. They know your blueprint,
To an extent.
right? They know hey, the best play on the fucking field is gonna be 15. You can't give them the ball when it's game time. You know shit like that,
Yeah.
right? So every team is game planning. to
Mhm.
beat them. Like putting their best forward foot. Like even more than ever. They the champions 2 times. So now they really that target on your back is 10 times bigger. And there's never gonna be a game off when you playing the Chiefs. You bring your A++ every time, right?
Yup.
The fact that they are able to take every team's A++ and still come out on top, and let's not act like they haven't been injured. Pacheco been out all year. Hollywood Brown been out all year. Rasheed Rice been out all year. They picked up Hopkins in the middle of the season. Travis Kelsey don't really turn it on to the playoffs. So they've been implementing other players into this offense while having a top 3 defense in the NFL all year. And they're winning these games. And like you said, people looking like, yeah, they're squeaking by. But I'm looking at it like, bro, they're winning games and teams are giving them their best and they're playing their B+.
So remember that logic when it comes back around to Philly. Everybody has so much to say about Jalen Hurts not being this, Jalen Hurts not being that. At the end of the day, if you look at Jalen Hurts' stats, he's a winner. He's won
He's not a
multiple.
winner. He ain't won shit.
He's a winner. Look at his winning percentage as far as quarterback goes. He's also beat all the quarterbacks in the league. Jalen
Can't be
Hurts the
Patrick
same
Mahomes when it matters.
when it matters, but he's beat him already. He has that DNA in him. He knows what it takes to beat Patty. So at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is going back to the Super Bowl again, and they're going to get a ring this time.
I hear you. So now we're gonna talk about the Eagles. I
It's
got them
already
being upset. I got them being upset. I picked LA last week, and I'm gonna stay with them. I'm picking them again.
what
I'm
we
picking them
got. How
again.
much? How much we got on this game?
I'll put 50 on it. I'll put a 50
50
ball on it.
ball.
I'll put a
50
50 ball
ball.
on it.
50
I'll
ball
put a
on
50
that.
ball on it.
That's a bet.
I
I
think
can't do
LA
that.
can. I think LA can pull it out. I think they can. I think they're clicking, bro. They're healthy and they're clicking. Don't be shocked if Philly doesn't win this game, bro. And don't be hurt. I know you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna cry in the
We
car.
have we have too many pieces, bro. We have too
You're
many
gonna cry in the
pieces.
car.
We have superstars on every piece of the field. The best thing that LA has going for him is our middle linebacker, N'Kobe Dean, is out injury, but the next man up mentality. That and the next man behind him is a dog. So at the end of the day, we're not worried about nothing. We got the best defense in the NFL. We have the most playmakers on any offensive roster right now in the NFL. It's gonna be dynamic. You balled your face up like we don't got Smitty, like we don't got this man AJ Brown. AJ Brown has actually put up a very impressive stat this season. Guess how many drop passes he had this year?
5.
Zero. On targets, he has zero drop passes. That is actually insane.
It's
That's a
cool.
six. That's a 6'3" demon right there. Jalen Hurts, we already know he's gonna give it up. And then Saquon, my man Barkley. I'm so glad your scrub behind Giants made that goodwill donation to their NFC big brothers.
We're so
They
fucking
thought that
stupid.
they thought that we was gonna take it easy on them if we did that. And the whole time we just went straight belt to ass on the entire league.
We're so fucking stupid. We're
Yeah,
so dumb.
appreciate y'all for that. And I know that you're a Giants fan because everything you said prior to this sounds like something that the Giants logic played out in their mind. It doesn't make sense. Patty Mahomes ain't going back. He's not getting past Josh Allen. Josh Allen not getting past Lamar. Lamar, if you make it out and you see that boy Jalen Hurts again, it's gonna be a repeat of what we did to y'all December 1st, 2024. Belt to ass. Belt
Brother,
to ass.
brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all make it to the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna be there waiting for y'all.
Patty's not going, bro. He booking his Cancun trip right now. He
Bro,
said, honestly, Bay, I might let CJ Stroud be the next light
listen.
skinned nigga up in the league. I don't
But
feel
y'all
like
said
going
this
there.
last year. Everybody said the same thing about Patrick Mahomes last year.
When he had Tariq, I saw they going.
He
He
didn't
don't
have
got that.
Tyreek last year.
Oh yeah, he was in Miami. But
Their best receiver was Rasheed Rice, and
yeah,
they won the Super Bowl.
on some BS they did.
It don't matter. You gotta have luck to win a championship. Anybody that had won championships knows that.
I don't think Tom Brady had too much luck in his scenarios. That man went 16-0.
Tom Brady didn't have
Yeah,
luck.
no, bro. When you
Tom
go
Brady didn't have luck
undefeated, when you go
against the
undefeated,
Raiders when they called that a fumble.
that's not luck. That's just refereeing, bro.
They made
That's
a
probably
rule for him in the middle of the game. in the middle of a fucking game, bro.
Hey man, my Eagles lost to Tom Brady, so
Luck,
I'm not
luck.
necessarily.
T.O. was hurt, and he still almost had 200 yards.
Donovan McNabb was out there throwing up in the middle of the field. That's why I'm gonna blame him.
But
That
look,
man broke my
that's
heart
luck. Shit
a little bit.
happens. But luck plays a part in winning championships. I
Well,
mean,
it's
shit,
gonna be
bro.
Patrick Mahomes' unlucky season when he sees that boy Jalen Hurts. That's all I gotta say. It's a wrap. We got a point to prove, a chip on our shoulder, and we about to go dip that motherfucking chip, and we
All
about to go
right.
take everything that's
So,
ours, bro.
so I'm happy. I'm happy we're still talking about your lovely Eagles because the next game we're gonna talk about is the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Commanders. This is the game of the week for me. This is the game of the week,
Yeah, because that boy
100%.
Jaden Daniels is gonna get it done.
He is
Upset,
the
baby.
fucking truth. But
He's getting it done.
I see this game going one of two ways. Either Detroit is gonna put belt to ass, or it's gonna be
Or
close. Or it's gonna be close. It's not going. There's no in between. There's no in between.
yeah, Jaden
Detroit gonna
Daniels
either
gonna
put
play.
belt to ass, or Jaden Daniels gonna give them a fighting chance. But
I got,
I'll say this about Detroit, bro. That team is built different because of their head
they
coach.
are. They are.
I think
That
they
that
all snip cocaine before they leave the locker room. 100%. Bro, I'm telling you, they all walk out and hit a line and rap an Eminem line. I'm
I ain't gonna
telling you,
lie.
bro.
That dual linebacker system they got, like both of their linebackers being at over 1,000 yards, is hard. Um, but Jaden Daniels, bro, like he just has that swag, that
He has an
aura,
it
that
factor, bro. He has an it factor.
he has that A factor, bro. I can see them winning game winning drive, 7 points. I got Washington, the NFC East little bros coming out, so that way it makes it an easy entrance for us to our Super Bowl appearance.
I
Thank you
think
guys to the
I
Washington
think the
Redskins.
Lions win this game by 2 touchdowns, and they go into the NFC Championship game and wax y'all ass if y'all get there. But I think they're gonna play LA.
I think you're scared. I think you're scared as a Chiefs fan because you know Philly's coming.
I'm
So
not a Chiefs fan.
you're
I'm
trying
I'm
to
not a
you're
Chiefs
trying to
fan.
you
I'm not a
clearly
Chiefs
are.
fan.
Patrick
I'm not a
Mahomes
Chiefs
must be
fan.
your cousin. Yo, yellow
We light
bone,
skinned.
light
You
skin.
you
Yeah,
see us,
definitely.
bro. I gotta
That
represent
must
the
be
light
your cousin.
skins.
That's
I
your
gotta represent
cousin
the
for
light
sure.
skins, bro. I have to represent the light skins, bro.
So you keep trying to eliminate Philly, but at the end of the day, we're going. Like, there's no question that envelope was sent week 2, week 3. Once we bounced back from our loss against the Falcons, we sent that in the mail and said we're not losing no more. And that just is what it is. We only reason why Washington got that little squeak by win is because the NFL would have let Jalen Hurts get back on the field.
Here you go.
Simple
You
as
gonna
that.
bring the NFL into this? This ain't got nothing to do with the
Bro,
NFL.
they cleared
It
that
got
man. He
everything to
got on
do
the
with you,
field and they called him right back. We was up. We was about 21 older boys in the first quarter. They said, "No, we need the ratings. We need it to be a game." Jalen Hurts, sit out. And that
bro.
man went and sat
Bro,
down for his
cut it
paycheck.
out, bro. Cut it out, bro. Because at the
Go
end of
watch
the
the
day,
go
at
watch
the
the
end of
film.
the day, bro. Yeah, y'all are good. Y'all a great team. I'll give y'all that. This year, y'all are a great team. But y'all have to sustain this shit. And I think Detroit is on a mission to. I feel like they should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
No, they shouldn't have. Philly was a better team than them last year.
No,
I ain't
y'all
gonna lie to
wasn't.
you,
Y'all were shit the
bro.
second part
We
of the
start
season.
we started the season 10-0. We
That don't make
only
y'all
lost
good.
our last 6 games because of locker room. It wasn't because of football. They got their
That
locker room stuff
the
figured out,
locker
and
room
then you
part,
see what
the
that's
locker room part of
dynamic.
football.
They figured it out, and you see what's been happening, belt to ass. We're running on all cylinders. Detroit, they're injured, they're banged up, and their quarterback not enough compared to my boy. At the end of the day, Philly's going, bruh. They're going.
Jared
There's
Goff
no
just threw
question.
for 4,000 yards.
He can throw for 6. At the end of the day, with Philly, we don't need all the yards, all the stats. We get the lead, we eat the clock, and we run the football. You can't stop that. Saquon Barkley's averaging over 5 yards a carry. That's a first down every 2 touches.
Let me
What are you
explain
gonna do
something to
about
you.
that, Detroit?
Let me
What are you
explain
gonna do,
something to you.
Detroit?
Let me explain something to you.
Explain it,
The last 7 games of the season, Detroit has averaged 30 points a game.
please. But they haven't played the number one defense in the league. So go score all those points against people where it doesn't matter. You're not scoring against 2 rookies in Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean. My boy Darius Slay's gonna lock you down. We
He's
got
not even
CD
that great
White
of a
about to
corner.
go crazy. He doesn't have to be that great. He's on a great team. And we got a star-studded defensive line. Jalen Carter's going to eat that man, Jared Goff, up. No pause, no diddy. That man's going stupid.
We'll
This
see, man.
defensive line
We'll
is
see.
stacked.
We'll
We're built
see.
for it.
We'll see.
And
And
and the
then
boys gonna have to come see us. Oh man, they gonna have to come see us. Oh man, it's gun smoke.
Who?
You come
Who
down.
gonna come see y'all?
The next two teams that we playing got to come see us because
Y'all
it's
gotta
not
go
gonna
to
be Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit's not winning. They're
Y'all
not
gotta go
beating
to
Washington.
Detroit.
They're not beating Washington.
Y'all
Washington gonna
have
have
to
to
go
come
to
to Philly.
Detroit.
Washington coming to Philly. LA coming to Philly. We're walking,
So
bro.
what if y'all come to Detroit?
Going to Detroit because they're not beating Washington.
Oh,
The
you
next two
want to
teams
avoid
we
the
see,
question, huh? You want to
the
avoid the
next
question? Why you avoid the question,
because they're not beating Washington, bro. I'm telling you, the
bro?
next two teams we see, they gotta come to Philly.
When
Jaden
they
Daniels
do
is gonna
beat
be in
y'all,
Philly with a cheesesteak and an L.
when they do
LA,
beat y'all,
they about to book a week stay because after they take the L, they're not going back home. They gotta figure out what they about to do after the season because RIP, man, to the city. Man, I know y'all on fire right now. Sheesh, get well soon. But
listen,
we're not feeling sorry for y'all. It's playoffs. I'm
listen,
sorry.
listen, bro,
Belt to ass.
listen, bro. I'm gonna just say this, bro, with all sincerity. If y'all go to Detroit, y'all gonna get y'all ass whooped, cause
We're
that's gonna
not
be the
going.
loudest stadium y'all ever heard in y'all's life.
We're not going. They better be as loud as they can
Nah,
against Jaden Daniels.
you
Cause
don't want to go.
we
You don't
sitting
want to
low,
go.
bro. We don't. Who would want to go play away in a playoff game where you're the best team in the league? That's
Patrick Mahomes.
disrespectful.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes ain't leaving Kansas City because
He
he's
did
the best.
last year.
Last year, we're talking about right now, bro. Don't
He won.
nobody want to.
He the number
Nobody
one
wants
overall
to.
seed. You gotta come to Arrowhead to beat him, no
That's
matter
fine.
what.
Everybody got that. We gonna have to play. Gonna have to come to Philly, and we gonna whoop their
But
ass.
when y'all go to Detroit, we have
We're
another
going to Detroit.
conversation.
We're
We'll
not
talk.
going. We're
Matter of fact,
not
y'all not
going.
going to Detroit because y'all gonna lose to LA tomorrow
You
or
see,
Sunday.
the thing is, that we're playing somebody after LA. So you just donated $50. You a
Y'all
good
not.
guy for real.
Y'all not.
You,
Y'all
you
not
might as well
beating
go.
LA.
You might as well go ahead and send that.
Listen, how
You might as well
mad
go
you
ahead
gonna
and send
be?
that.
How mad you gonna be if Matt Stafford throw for 400, 3 tutties, 4 tutties, and y'all lose? Oh, you such a loyal fan.
We not losing. Like I
You
mean,
such a
that
loyal
doesn't
fan.
that doesn't phase me, bro. We're not losing,
Hey, don't be surprised.
man.
LA feel the same way probably. They could have been in the Super Bowl last year. They lost to Detroit by a point.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Just like we talk about how if we would have got our locker room together last year, they wouldn't even be playing for real. But the biggest game of the weekend, I gotta say, is gonna be that Lamar versus Josh matchup. Jesus Christ, gun
Mm,
smoke. I don't know why, bro.
mm.
I'm a big Lamar guy. Love that man since that high school highlight he had on the, end zone juking that man at the last second. But I just think Josh Allen's gonna pull it out, bro. That man is unbelievable. I think he's
Ah, excuse me.
honestly, I think he's coming out the AFC altogether. I think it's gonna be Philly versus Buffalo. I got Philly winning the Super Bowl by 14, but yeah, sorry Lamar, get well soon because you don't
Listen,
want to see Philly again. We're gonna belt to Ashaw.
brother. Listen, I'm gonna just leave it at this. Lamar's gonna win this game. He is the MVP, and he's gonna finally prove that he is the second best quarterback in the league.
I hope that comes to fruition next season because right now Jalen Hurts is his time.
Listen, what I'm about to tell you,
Put
bro.
some flowers on that man.
I'm gonna tell you about Josh Allen and it's what the Raiders are gonna do. They're gonna make Josh Allen literally try to beat them, and he can't. He don't have no other weapons. If he does, kudos to Josh Allen. He gets my respect,
He's been
hundred
doing it all
percent.
season. I think that's why he's gonna win because this ain't nothing new to him, bro. He's been doing this all year. He's
Listen
been
though,
performing with
listen though.
nothing.
They had the fifth easiest schedule in the NFL this year.
What do you define as easy? Because you're playing a professional athlete on the other end of the football.
So listen. You playing each team in your division twice. That's probably the worst division in football.
Name them.
The Patriots, the Bills, the Jets, and who the fuck else is in that division? And who else
The
is in that
Bills.
division?
The Bills. It's only four teams in the division,
What I
so they're
say? I
one of
said the Patriots, the Bills,
the Jets.
the Jets, and there's another team,
AFC South. Oh, the Dolphins.
the Dolphins. They all, besides, they played both of them, all them teams twice, and
That's
they
fair.
beat all of them twice.
But that's not their fault. They're the best team in their division. Because people say the same thing about Philly. Oh, the Cowboys. Oh, the Giants. Oh, the Redskins. Bro, we just happen to be the best team in our division. We're
But
also the
listen,
best team in the league.
but
So I mean,
y'all also got a team that won 12 games in y'all division.
Yeah, barely. But also, them other two teams, people gonna say y'all had an easy schedule because we played them multiple times. The only
That's four
reason why we got.
games. That's 4 games.
But either way, a win is a win, bro. We can't help that we beat them. We would have beat somebody else's sorry ass team out those divisions too. Like it
But
just every
you're
division
right.
has
I'm
sorry
not saying
teams.
that. But that's still it don't matter. Your schedule's still like trash. And when you play this Ravens team head to head, you took a fade.
Who took the fade?
Buffalo did.
Yeah, they did.
So
But I don't know. Playoff Josh versus playoff Lamar.
what are we talking about playoff Josh? He ain't done shit in the playoffs. He ain't won nothing.
Done against Lamar. I'm sorry. I just like the Bills on this one, especially because
I'll
Lamar's
take
what going.
Baltimore.
Lamar's going to Buffalo.
Yeah, they ain't Buffalo.
Cold ass football right there, boy.
It's cold in Baltimore.
It ain't Buffalo cold.
Bro,
Off a
Lamar ready
snow
for that
off
shit.
off a snowstorm.
Lamar ready for that shit. And then
Niggas are
on
going.
top of that, you talk about how y'all milk the clock. What the fuck do you think that the Ravens gonna do?
But that boy Josh Allen put up them points. They're not gonna be able to milk the ball against
But that's
him.
what I'm saying. They gonna but bro, let me tell you what the Ravens can man up with all their receivers and load the box and just fucking blitz Josh Allen the whole game.
So,
Cause there's no fucking receiver that you could think of on the fucking Bills that can really that you scared of. Cause you got Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton right there. And if you want to, you can use Kyle Hamilton as a blitzer too.
yeah, but all this sounds good, bro. Josh Allen's been doing this shit with nobody all season.
Bro,
If
it don't
Josh
matter.
Allen if Josh Allen was in a situation like Joe Burrow and he barely squeaked in, like your team was struggling, okay, I can see it. But his team's been dominating. They don't care about names, they don't care about accolades, they don't care about stats. They are there as a team and they're winning, bro. That's a scary thing in the playoffs. Any team that's in rhythm and they're in tune, that's just scary, bro. And I can't say Baltimore's been in tune. I've seen them have highs this season. I've seen them have lows. Would I call them unstable? No, but I don't think they're as consistent as Buffalo has been this season, and that worries me going into this matchup for them. They have a point to prove. They're not the favorites to me. They're the underdogs, but I don't think it's impossible for them to pull off.
Bro, I don't think anything's impossible, bro. But let me run you off this Buffalo wins.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, trash.
Very,
Dolphins,
yeah.
trash.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars, trash.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, Ravens, loss. Texans, loss. Win at the Jets, they trash. The Titans, trash.
Yeah.
Seahawks, they mid. Dolphins,
Trash.
trash. Colts, trash. They beat the Chiefs. Then they had a bye. Then they beat the 49ers, trash. Lost to the
Mm.
Rams.
There's no way you say Seattle's mid and the 49ers are trash.
Bro, the
49ers are
49ers
mid.
trash because they was hurt. They was hurt.
I'll give them mid, bro. They're still a good program compared to other teams in the league, bro.
They're
But
mid. Regardless, mid is closer to trash than it is to good.
so Josh Allen is being penalized because organizations are so and so trash. But when he played a good team, he won.
Bro,
He actually beat the
here's
best quarterback in the league, quote unquote. So I mean, I think he has what it takes to get it done, bro.
but do you
He's
see what
going.
I'm saying? Like as far as like
But
they set the schedule.
if he was losing those games, then they would be like Josh Allen's not him. He did what he was supposed to,
But then you got
regardless of the
Lamar,
matchup.
who in
He
a
won.
tough division. Lamar's in a tough division.
Is he? The Steelers,
Double
trash,
digit wins.
trash. They got embarrassed by Philly. Philly would love to have.
This
Philly
nigga
would
love
love to
Philly.
have. We would love to have Pittsburgh in our division. You damn right, I love Philly, but we would love to have Pittsburgh. Bring Pittsburgh to the NFC East. They sorry ass. Russell Wilson old ass. Bring them niggas. Who else they got in the division? Who else they got?
Regardless, they won 11 games.
They got.
The Bengals, who not trash.
They're not trash, but they can't stop no damn body. And what if Philly do to goddamn Joe Burrow? We whoop they ass. You want the stats? I'll pull
Listen,
that one up for you.
listen,
Stat man. Yeah, that's
listen,
me.
listen.
Oh
And then you
man.
got the Browns. Their
Yeah.
ass.
Bring them, because I'm pretty sure we whooped them too. I know we whooped Cincinnati. I remember that game.
Listen, bro.
They're trash. You just named three trash teams. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're trash wrapped in glitter. They
Their
got some shiny.
division is their division is way better than y'all's.
Are
and
they?
Buffaloes.
Are they? Because Jaden Daniels beating all three of them
Brother,
teams you just named.
brother, listen what I'm saying. The Bengals could have made the playoffs. The Steelers did make
Shiny
the
shit.
playoffs.
The Steelers made the playoffs on like technicalities, bro. But what happened when the Steelers played Philly? They would be at the
Oh
bottom
my
of the barrel
gosh.
in our division, bro. They wouldn't even beat Jaden Daniels, dog.
Oh
They
my
got
gosh.
they got issues at the quarterback position. They got to figure out. They're not ready for us. And George Pickens, not enough. He only one receiver. We got three. We giving it up, bro. We took the Commanders' best receiver, and nobody's talked about that. Jahan Dotson, dog.
He did, bro. He's not better than Terry McLaurin. Stop.
He's not. He's not. But he's one of their top
Stop the
receivers, and we
nonsense.
got him.
Stop the
We got
nonsense.
him.
You said he
Our
was your
third
best receiver. You bugging.
was one of their best receivers.
No, you said he was the best receiver.
He's
You
not
bugging.
the best. He's one of their best receivers.
He was the
And
only other one that was good.
exactly, and we got him. So we got three who would be number one option receivers on all these trash teams on one squad.
Jahan Dawson is not a number one receiver.
He would be a number one receiver on a lot of teams. He's a
Like what?
dog.
Like what team?
He can go be number one receiver down in Arizona.
No,
He
he
could
can't.
probably
Marvin
go.
Harrison Jr. there.
He's not better than Jahan Dotson.
Yes, the fuck he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
His
he
name
is.
is his name is bigger
He's
because of who his
better.
dad is.
He's
Not
better.
better.
He's
Go look
better.
up Jahan Dotson stats. That
He's
boy's a
better.
dog.
He's
He
better.
can go be a number one receiver for the Raiders. Tyreek Hill
They don't
about to
have
leave
nobody.
Miami.
They don't have nobody.
Tyreek Hill's about to leave Miami. He can go down to Miami, eat. New York
Maybe.
Jets need somebody because Devontae about to leave. He could be number one option at
Garrett
a
Wilson
lot of
there. Garrett Wilson number one there. Even if Devontae leave.
for now because Garrett's about to get up out of there too. God damn it.
Cool. But that's the same. The number one. They're number ones.
Shit, New York's about to lose their receiver. He can go up there, but we're not letting him go to New York because we're not them. We're not dumb. We're not gonna let you go nowhere in division.
We so fucking
Cincinnati
stupid.
versus that was dumb. That was dumb.
Anyway, like I said, man, we all got our picks. I'm gonna post them here for everybody to see later on, man. But overall, NFL is gonna be lit this weekend. NBA gonna be lit this weekend. Then we got the Natty and College Football National Championship. Ohio State probably gonna win that one. To be
Yeah,
honest,
that boy Jeremiah Smith is different. He's different.
bro,
League him.
I don't think I've seen a receiver that good in years,
League him. That boy is literally NCAA 25 in real life. League him.
bro. He's different. He
I
could
can't
go in
wait.
the league right now and be a guy,
Next year, when he goes for Heisman, I think if you win a Heisman before your junior year, you should be allowed to go to the draft. That would be a pretty
bro.
cool rule to see.
He won't win the Heisman, but
Why not?
I think
Why
they're
he
gonna
won't win the
get.
Heisman next year?
My favorite for the Heisman next year is Klubnik, but that's a whole nother conversation to have after the Natty.
I think he's hyped up.
He's the
Hey,
best quarterback returner. This how
37-17, Philadelphia versus Cincinnati. Whoop them boys by 20 ball.
as y'all see, he loves him some Eagles.
Whoop them boys by 20 ball,
At
man.
least he's not a
That
Cowboys fan. At
hell
least you're not a
no.
Cowboys fan.
Hey man, I was trying to keep it at least like somewhat PG something, but hey, bro, F Jerry Jones, bro, for real. Hey, I did that for you, Cowboys fans. Y'all don't even like y'all own owner. It's crazy. I think y'all got a problem top to bottom. Oh man, that felt good to get off for the internet.
Look, listen, man. This has been a great conversation, man. What my man said, man. You know, he got his Eagles gear on. They fucking suck to me. Fuck the Eagles. I'm a
Hey,
Giants fan. If you haven't noticed, fuck them.
you about to see a whole lot of this. You about to see a whole lot of that this
I
playoff
can't
season.
wait. I can't wait to put this video up and then do a edit with a crying face at the Matt Stafford send y'all ass home this weekend.
I can't wait till you send me an edit, and when I toss the football up like this and it drop, you gotta cha-ching when I get my $50, nigga. Hey, you gonna see a whole lot of this the rest of the playoffs, bro. AJ Brown, Smitty, Saquon, hey,
Hey, we
JB,
gonna see. You know, I'm not as long as it's not the Cowboys, I'm cool.
Cowboys. It definitely won't be. It's
As
gonna be
long as it's
that
not the
Kelly Green,
Cowboys, I would.
Green.
I'll support y'all if y'all get to the Super Bowl, unless you play against light skinned Jesus. And then I
Jesus
gotta cut
Christ,
it
may
off.
he be with us.
I gotta cut it off.
But man, it's
But
been real.
man,
Appreciate you,
it's been
man.
Trill. My man said, Miguel's Minute Pod. Hey man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If you don't know, here you go. It's right here. Put the light back on it for you. Make sure y'all subscribe. You ain't got shit else to do with your life but subscribe. If you need to
Tap
see it
in,
again,
man.
here we go. That's better for you. Miguel
Support is free,
Minipod.
man. Support is free.
Support is
Tap in.
fucking free. Tap in
Support is free.
and make sure
Tap
y'all
in.
follow my man Sid on Instagram because we're gonna have hella content coming out, hella pods coming out. We just not gonna talk about them bum ass Eagles no more.
Crazy, man.
That's it.
Hooper Junkie _5. Follow me on the ground.
Y'all heard it.
Peace.
Y'all heard it. Peace. Miguel Minipod. Holla.